Mysterious door, sinister secrets. Last night, as I was organizing my basement, I stumbled upon something that shouldn't exist, a small door embedded in the wall, covered in dust as if it had been there for decades, yet I was certain it wasn't there the day before. My curiosity got the better of me, and with a mix of excitement and dread, I knelt down and turned the creaky handle, revealing a passageway that seemed to breathe with a life of its own. The air was thick with a scent I couldn't place, something earthy and old, almost like the whisper of forgotten secrets. I hesitated, but a soft, rhythmic thumping from within beckoned me to step inside, promising answers to unasked questions. As I crossed the threshold, the world around me shifted. The basement's cold concrete floor gave way to a path lined with blackened trees that loomed overhead, their branches twisting into grotesque shapes against an ominous sky. Everything was eerily silent, except for the persistent thumping that now resonated through the very ground beneath my feet. I followed the sound, my heart pounding in sync with the unseen source, deeper into this impossible landscape. Shadows seemed to dance at the edges of my vision, moving just beyond comprehension, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched by unseen eyes. The path ended abruptly at a clearing, where a tall, ancient-looking mirror stood alone, framed by gnarled roots and vines. The thumping was loudest here, reverberating from the mirror's glass surface, which rippled like water. As I approached, my reflection twisted into something unrecognizable, a distorted version of myself with hollow eyes and a sinister grin. The reflection beckoned me closer with an outstretched hand, and I felt an inexplicable pull to reach out and touch the glass. Just as my fingers brushed the surface, a sharp voice cut through the silence, warning me to stop, to turn back before it was too late. I spun around to see a figure emerging from the shadows, a woman, her face obscured by a hood, yet her urgency was clear. She explained in a hurried whisper that the door was a trap, a gateway to a realm that fed on the souls of the curious and the lost. The mirror, she said, was the final threshold, promising untold knowledge at the cost of eternal entrapment. I felt the thumping intensify, as if the realm itself was urging me to ignore her warning. But something in her eyes, a flicker of empathy, convinced me to heed her advice. I stumbled back through the door, slamming it shut behind me, the thumping fading into silence. Now, the door is gone, vanished as if it never existed, but every night I hear a faint echo of that rhythmic thumping in my dreams, a reminder of the world that nearly claimed me.